lighting a bit weird? Can't quite tell. Anyway, here I am for the Volume 7, Chapter 2 of RWBY. Based on the previous episode's reaction, I'm probably not uploading these. If anything, I'll just see if there's anything that's actually reaction worthy, and then maybe just chop out that part, because otherwise it seems like I'm just too quiet of a reactor. I'm not the type that really emotes much. I'm too busy paying attention, and then even when I'm trying to speak, usually as soon as something else happens, my attention goes back to that, and the ability to speak just drops off completely. So I'm also extremely self-conscious. I noticed in my previous video that I was doing like weird things with my mouth because I was too careful about what was happening. So anyway, whatever. Recording the episode. Oh, wait, but before I start, what else am I going to record about my thoughts here? I'm way more enthused about the opening and the music on a rewatch. I think that again might be an aspect of me being self-conscious and having my attention slightly divided, because yeah, I thought the music was actually perfectly fine after listening to it again. Really quite enjoy it. What other thoughts? I also previously had been questioning why Penny's father, Pietro, was living down in Mantle. He's not, or at least I don't think so. He volunteers there. I missed that the first time. So I assume that he's generally based up in Atlas, but spends perhaps a lot of time in Mantle just because he thinks that's the right place and they need his work, or because I think he already said it's too stuffy up in Atlas. On Penny, extremely glad to see her back. Little bit afraid that they might have brought her back so that they can use her again. Just imagine getting double the pain out of one character. Anyway, that's enough talking. I'm gonna just go ahead and start this right now.
Keep dreaming about a better world. You keep wishing for some clarity. Always hoping that a lightning bolt is gonna save you from this gravity. You're holding out for some romantic life. Maybe you'll wake up in a world of charm. Oh, but what did you set you free? You don't have to dream.
This transition is so great.
If you just believe, then all you see is all you need. Right now your hopes are shattered. Pointless ever after.
That look that he has after shooting Ironwood, that sort of look to the side,
When you don't know where to turn to, when you're sure all hope is gone.
I mean, it shows that he's obviously not quite. Well, I mean, we already know that he's doing his best, but he seems to be definitely getting wrecked by what he's having to do. I love this part as well. This looks so good. And that. Gonna have to go back and look at that group shot again later.
Where do you think they're taking us?
I'm gonna go with jail.
I still can't believe that fishing pole guy took us out like it was nothing.
Welcome to
Just looking at
Atlas.
Nora.
Those were Ironwood's ace operatives.
You guys had a run-in with the Aesops? Ironwood must really have a bone to pick with you.
They're not that big of a deal.
Not that big of a deal? The Aesops are the elite of elite military huntsmen, and Ironwood's personal attack dogs.
So they got you too, huh?
I wouldn't let myself get caught by them. I'm here because I've been speaking out against Atlas's exploitation of Mantle, and General Ironwood is trying to silence me.
You threw a brick at her ship.
It's worth it if it gets people talking about our cause.
Our cause?
Yes, the fight for better conditions in Mantle, led by the charismatic, talented, lovely Robin Hill and her happy huntresses. They were all top Atlas Academy graduates who could have signed up for the military, but Robin and the Huntresses chose to stay in Mantle. She's gunning for a seat on the Kingdom's Council, and when she gets it, she's gonna put an end to Ironwood's tyranny!
Happy Huntresses.
Is that their real name?
Don't you think tyranny's a little dramatic?
Easy to say for a Schnee heiress living comfortably up in Atlas.
Not anymore.
Whoa!
Wow, wait.
It's gorgeous up here.
Don't let that fool you.
This isn't the police station.
It's Atlas Academy.
I was thinking that mantle looked pretty neat. I mean, obviously bad because of all of the patrols, but otherwise you could see behind there that it looked like a pretty nice place. That's, deteriorating. Wow, Atlas is a whole other aesthetic.
I guess we will be seeing the General. For better or worse.
So, what do we do?
I don't know yet, but we should be careful with what we say.
We'll follow your lead, Ruby.
I swear if I have to sit through one more council meeting like that.
Yay, you're here!
Winter.
Anyone want to give us a hand with these?
You have 10 seconds to take those off before I start hurting you.
Huh?
Please let us help you. Forgive us.
Please, come in. It is so good to see all of you.
Our reception didn't really convey that.
I sincerely regret how you were treated by my team. When a rogue airship entered our airspace, it raised some
A Rouge airship?
red flags. We assumed the ship was stolen.
Stolen? Okay, yeah, it was stolen.
You stole an Atlas airship? What were you thinking? You might have been shot down. How unbelievably irresponsible!
I'm sorry I worried you. But we did what we had to do.
I suppose I understand.
Oh.
But I cannot believe that you allowed this to happen, Crow.
You try stopping these kids when they have their minds set on something. Speaking of which, we have some important information for you that's confidential.
Oh, is it about the relics?
Or perhaps the Winter Maiden?
You told them?
Well, mean, it seems fair, honestly.
Did you really think you were the only one who got to work on a new plan after Beacon? With Ozpin gone, I needed my own team of people I could trust. So yes, I told them. The Aesops too. Which is why I'm so glad you're here. With this. Until now, I believed it was impossible to truly turn the tide against Salem. Oz has pushed her back, has kept victory out of her claws, but she will keep returning, stronger and stronger. Unless we destroy her.
But what about the Atlas relic?
You mean the Staff of Creation?
It's safe inside the vault.
And the Winter Maiden?
She is secure and in stable condition.
Stable condition? What does
She's,
that...
not exactly a spring chicken.
I know how this all looks. Recalling my military, the embargo, I probably don't seem the most trustworthy right now.
Then why continue it?
The people of Mantle are hurting.
I needed to ensure Salem couldn't infiltrate Atlas, and I wanted my military here, protecting my people.
But it's not protecting them. It's making everyone hate you.
It's a price I'm willing to pay. Just as you all have been entrusted with the knowledge of Salem's existence, I need you all to trust me. I have a plan. Ozpin believed the best way to fight Salem was to do so in secret. Whether that was the right choice or not isn't for me to say. But we find ourselves in a position of needing, well, a new approach.
And what do you suggest?
That's Amity Coliseum.
Where
They are
the
making
Vital
use of it
Festival
again.
is held?
Indeed. When Beacon fell and everyone on Remnant lost contact with one another, I knew our current system was outdated. Amity was built to bring the nations together, and it will serve that purpose once again.
Isn't it great? We're not going to just replace Beacon Tower. Building a new tower on top of Amity Coliseum will re-establish global communications.
By launching the tower high into the atmosphere, our scientists believe we can create a sort of satellite, out of reach of the Grim and capable of maintaining global communications even if we were to lose another tower.
That
Seems like a
is
really
great.
good idea.
James,
What about
you
aerial
don't need
rim,
the entire military for this.
I will for the next part, where I finally tell the people about Salem.
So that's why you withdrew your troops. To handle the panic that will break out in Atlas.
Yes, panic is inevitable, and panic brings Grim, but I believe we are ready. Once Atlas has come to grips with the fight ahead, I'll use Amity Tower to spread the message to all of Remnant.
But everything will fall apart. Grim will be everywhere.
You're right. But Atlas is willing and prepared to assist.
Trying to hide the truth from the world will eventually kill us all.
Oz spent his whole life, many lives, keeping this secret.
I know. But since Beacon, things have changed. Without him here to guide us, all I can do is use my best judgment. What is it?
Actually, Oz isn't completely gone.
And who am I, by the way?
Oscar here is the next Ozpin.
Oz? I'm so glad you're here. I didn't think you...
Not quite. He's kind of, gone at the moment.
That's not normal. How did he...
We don't know. We were in a train crash, and ever since, well, suddenly Oz wasn't there anymore.
It's the worst news yet. Did you learn anything from him about the relics before...
He told us the lamp can answer 3 questions. But all the questions were used up already.
I mean, that is true. That is what he said.
Right, right. Ozpin told us that too, once upon a time. At least we have you, Oscar. You're safe here in Atlas. Maybe together we can figure out how to bring Ozpin back.
Thank you, sir. I mean, General. Ironwood?
You're giving it back to me?
After what happened with the Aesops, I don't want you to think I'm keeping anything from you, especially something as important as this. For the time being, I think it's safest with the people who brought it here.
Thank you.
We must work together if we are to fight Salem and win. Now, if you're all on board,
Tell us how we can help.
good. Because getting the Amity Tower ready to launch won't be easy. But first, I think we need to get those weapons of yours up to our standards.
Hell yeah.
Remember, this is Atlas. While assisting the military, we will provide you with the best equipment our scientists can devise.
Really?
Yeah!
So that was the second time I got banned. Then there was the third time when...
All right, cut the chatter. I'd like to sincerely apologize for the miscommunication down in Mantle. We didn't
I feel
intend to...
so bad, honestly. If we had known who you were, we'd be laughing over a hot meal right now and...
I understand. You were just following orders.
I mean, you could have asked us some questions first.
Questions are for the weak. But we're all on the same team now. Not that I'm happy about it.
We just wanted to say we're sorry, and that we're looking forward to working with you on our next mission. You might be students, but you've been fighting just as hard as we have, if not harder.
Exactly why I'm looking forward to seeing what you kids can do.
Not everything's a competition, Hare.
Come on! Let me show you around campus.
Crow. I meant it when I said it was good to see you again.
Yeah. You too.
So that way's the
God, Ironwood
cafeteria,
must be so
and
worried.
that way's the training rooms. Oh, and over there are the classrooms.
This all looks great, Penny. But where are we staying?
Remember, you're in Atlas now. As the most well-funded school on Remnant, every team at Atlas Academy gets their own room. And if that wasn't enough,
So we're staying in the dorms?
it'll be just like Beacon again!
And while that may be the case for the rest of the world, I can tell you what is certain. The kingdom of Atlas will remain strong, and it will remain safe. That is my promise.
For the last time, a singular hideout makes us more susceptible to discovery.
But what if we're seen? What if we're recognized?
We stay mobile.
Walking around a city with 1,000 eyes.
While cybersecurity has been stepped up in Atlas, as usual, none of the code was updated in Mantle.
That certainly sounds useful.
It should be. I helped write that code, after all.
Well, I suppose we all have our talents.
I'm interested to learn more about the Aesop's team. Stop. I don't like looking at cameras. I'll just keep talking, facing sideways. Maybe I can freeze this on a better frame. Oops. Actually, I can freeze it on the group picture. Oops. Monty, hope you're proud of this. I really think they've been doing a good job with it. So, quick thoughts. I think Ironwood is meaning to do well. It doesn't feel like he's doing anything. It's questionable how he's doing his things, but otherwise, it all seems reasoned. I don't know whether anyone can really argue that knowing about Salem or not is any better or worse. Oh wait, I don't think I've got the cursor being recorded. Penny, she looks so enthusiastic. I love it. I like that they've been doing more cartoony stuff. You know, just more like silly things. Silly sound effects, silly, exaggerated actions and all that sort of thing. Just sort of like little goofy moments look good. Or are funny, I like them. It seemed perfectly reasonable that Ironwood would have wanted to come up with his own plan after Ozpin died. I mean, I feel like Oz did try to have contingencies so that when he died, there'd be continuation, but maybe it's because they expected a longer period before Oz would show again? I mean, the villains certainly were surprised that he was active in Oscar as early as he was, so maybe all of the good guys also expected that they might have to hold things for a lot longer. And things were obviously in such a panicked state, so it makes sense. I liked the interaction between Weiss and Winter. It seemed right. Winter being appropriately angry, but again her anger was out of, you know, fear again. And caring for her sister, not out of anything else. I was looking around partway through because I thought I should write these thoughts down as they come to me, that way I can silently do them and then talk about them afterwards. And that way I don't have to try to talk during the episode because, as I said before, I just stop. Or as soon as like something else happens, instantly I lose my train of thought. Gee whiz. The Aesops. I think I said I wanted to learn more about them, but nothing really more to say. Just skim through real quick. Robin and the Huntresses. So that's Robin Hood, obviously. Again, I was glad here with Winter's reaction there. They would know who the Winter Maiden is, because I think it was only the Spring Maiden who had gone, well, who had gone missing for a length of time, so that they didn't know about. So I imagine they've been keeping tabs of the ones that they knew about. I guess there is the possibility that if they've got the Winter Maiden here, she might be secure and in a stable condition, and very old somewhere. But I wonder if maybe, I mean, Team RWBY is hiding some of their things as well. I wonder if Ironwood might have already arranged a transfer of the Winter Maiden's power. Ironwood's looked so, I don't know, hopeful when he thought Oz was back. If anyone wondered about his loyalty to Oz, I don't think you can really question it. I mean, Ironwood makes mistakes, obviously, but in that moment he was so happy to think that Oz was back. This guy trying to be cool, pretend he doesn't care, betrayed by his tail. I don't know which fables these all refer to specifically. I'll need to think about it more later. A little concerned about whose blood that is. I don't know whether it's anyone I know, since, you know, obviously the two people in Mantle that I'd be afraid for right now would be Maria and Pietro. But then again, there's a whole bunch of other things that could be on their list of targets right now. I guess with all of this election stuff, they could just be doing all sorts of things to mess things up. Doesn't stop me being afraid for Pietro, though. He also had a cough, I remember, which I feel like doesn't bode well. If he doesn't end up getting killed, he might end up just being sick. Anyway, that's it. Number 2 done. now that I've watched it and done my reaction, I can go watch everyone else's.